Hello, my friends. Those of us who are entering the age of knowing enough and knowing when to stop. We've spent almost our whole lives rushing, worrying, toiling. And now as our hair turns gray, our children grow up, and the heavy load of material burdens slowly lightens. It's time to learn how to live for ourselves. But how do we do that? It's simple. It means stopping the waste of time on things that no longer matter. Here are 7 things that I believe, if we can let them go, will make our later years much more peaceful and meaningful. Number 1. Stop racing after other people's achievements. You know what we usually do? We look around and see friends or colleagues buying bigger houses, sending their kids overseas, or building massive pension funds. And suddenly, we feel like we're falling behind. Our whole lives are spent chasing the social scoreboard of others, and it's never enough. Why it's a waste? Think about it. You've been racing against others all your life, but do you truly want what they have? Each person's life is their own unique race. They have their path, and we have ours. Constantly looking sideways only creates self-torment and invisible pressure. What to do instead? Turn inward, because now, the measure of success isn't money or status. It's the peace in your heart. Ask yourself, am I more at ease today than I was yesterday? Am I living true to my real hobbies and my true self? If you feel healthier, happier, and worry less than you did 5 years ago, congratulations. You've already won your life. Number 2, stop letting your job title define who you are. You know what we usually do? For 30 years, we introduce ourselves. I'm Director A, or I work at Company B. That job title became stuck to us. It became our identity. And when many people retire, taking off that label, they suddenly feel empty, unsure of who they really are anymore. Why it's a waste? The chair can be lost, the company can go bankrupt, but your true self never disappears. If your whole life revolves around work, when the work ends, it feels like half your life has been cut away. What to do instead? Go find your real self when you are not working. Did you love to draw, garden, or play an instrument when you were young? Now is the time to reinvest in those hobbies. Define yourself by the actions you take. I'm a sourdough baker. I'm a travel enthusiast. I'm the neighbor who helps out. The age of climbing high is over. Now is the time to go deep into the things that truly nourish your soul. Number 3, stop force finishing things that are pointless. You know how we live by that old rule. Once you start something, you have to finish it. So we force ourselves to read a boring book, watch a tedious movie, or keep up a job we no longer care about, all because we're afraid of being called a quitter. Why it's a waste? At this age, your time is more precious than gold, and it's finite. How many more years do you really have left to live joyfully and meaningfully? Forcing yourself to endure mediocrity just to save face is truly wasteful. What to do instead? Learn the skill of strategic letting go. Book is dull, close it. Meeting is unpleasant, excuse yourself early. The dish you cooked didn't turn out well, toss it. Don't feel guilty. Allow yourself to stop so you can dedicate that precious time to the things that truly bring you joy and passion. Dropping a tedious project is not a failure. It's a smart choice. Number 4, stop doing things only out of obligation and fear of offending. You know what we usually do? We agree to go to family gatherings, reunions, or outings only because we're afraid of being judged as uncaring or afraid of hurting someone's feelings. We do things thinking, I have to, and so we end up doing them grudgingly, just to get them over with. Why it's a waste? When you do something reluctantly, you not only waste time, but also plant seeds of subtle resentment in your heart. Kindness that comes from the heart brings joy, but giving out of obligation only brings exhaustion. What to do instead? Act from intention and choice. Invest your time in relationships and activities where your presence is genuinely appreciated and reciprocated. Only say yes when your heart truly wants to. If not, learn how to say no, politely but firmly. Remember, Having healthy boundaries isn't selfishness, it's self-respect. Number 5, stop arguing just to prove you're right. You know what we usually do? We spend hours arguing with strangers online, or get into heated debates with our children about politics, society, or even how to cook a dish. Winning or losing isn't important. What matters is protecting our ego. Why it's a waste? After all these years, you realize that hardly anyone argues to find the truth. They argue to defend their own opinion. Even if you win, you'll just feel tired and annoyed. You lose your composure, all for that fleeting feeling of being right. What to do instead? Keep your mind peaceful rather than protecting your ego. In conversations, take a step back. Don't try to persuade, just listen. Try to understand why they think that way. If the issue doesn't affect your livelihood or your basic morals, simply say, perhaps you have a point. Smile and change the subject. Silence at this age is a strength, not a sign of defeat. Number 6, stop tolerating energy vampires. Do you have friends or relatives who leave you feeling drained, sad, or even taken advantage of after every conversation? They only call when they need help. They only complain, but they never ask how you are. You know they're negative, yet you hesitate to cut them off. Why? It's a waste. These people don't just take your time, they take your mental vitality. Every hour you spend with them is an hour you lose, with people who truly love you, or with the quiet moments you could use to rest and recharge. What to do instead? Protect yourself by choosing your company wisely. Create distance, slowly, from those who only bring negativity. You don't need to be harsh, just reduce how often you meet, and spend more time with people who make you feel loved, energized, and happy. Remember, your energy is your most precious asset at this age. Spend it wisely. Number 7, stop expecting people to change for you. We often keep hoping our kids will live life our way, our partner will finally become tidy, or our friends will start keeping their promises. But those hopes often lead to nothing but disappointment and frustration. Why? It's a waste. You simply cannot control anyone else's free will. Demanding that people change is like locking yourself inside a prison built from your own expectations. They've lived this way for half their lives. You won't change them. What to do instead? Let go of expectations and embrace reality. Acceptance doesn't mean agreement. It means peace. When you truly accept people for who they are, you free yourself. If someone's always late, don't stress. Just meet them later next time. Adjust your reaction, not their behavior. Remember this, when someone shows you who they really are, through their actions, not their words, believe them the first time. And from there, decide how much space they deserve in your life. Because peace, true peace, begins there. The age of 50 and beyond. It's not just a time to slow down, it's a time to live smarter. It's your chance to become the chief architect of your own happiness. By stopping these 7 wasteful habits, you're not being selfish, you're being wise. You're preserving your most valuable assets, your time, your energy, and your peace, and investing them into a second chapter that is rich, authentic, and genuinely fulfilling. Let's choose to live a life defined by choice, not by obligation. If any of these 7 points resonated with you or reminded you of something you might need to let go of, please take a moment to hit the like button on this video. And if you're serious about making this second chapter of your life, your best one yet, hit the subscribe button and join our community. I truly appreciate you spending your valuable time with me today. Have a wonderful and peaceful day.